I have water because I'm not allowed to drink other drinks.
I have a White Claw. Wait, why?
Well, we're at like her aunt's house, so we're not allowed to like drink in the rooms and stuff besides water.
No? Really? Why?
She doesn't like people, just doesn't like people eating and drinking in the rooms. And I get that because sometimes people be messy.
I'm real messy. All right. Well, welcome to the chaos.
Lorrie. Oh, I said it almost at the same time. We're fine. What is this happening? What did you just do? What was that?
Dude, okay. So this is like I don't know what just happened. I'm on Discord, but like on FaceTime. So when you're on FaceTime, have you ever been on FaceTime with somebody and like you go like this and then balloons pop up or something?
Okay, I know that stuff happens, but it hasn't personally happened to me. So
it's happened to me so many times with Travis on the phone. I'd be like this, like unironically, you know what I mean? And then balloons like appear, or like I'll do this, and then like a reaction, like little like a thumbs up bubble will appear, and like my hand will be like here, like in my pit, and it'll just like pop up with a thumbs up.
That one was funny though.
I don't know why. I don't know.
That was funny as fuck. I wasn't expecting that at all. That was great.
Nobody was. So anyway, you're in Miami. What for?
I'm in Miami, yes. To see my girlfriend and also to watch the Doja Cat concert and Thanksgiving, obviously. I'll do a quick recap. Part of that is part of the subject, so I won't say it right now. But Thanksgiving was good. Thanksgiving was good. We had a Thanksgiving brunch that her aunt always, like, I guess she throws every year over here in this house. So we like had to help her set up and stuff. They have a big backyard. And we had like a bunch of drinks, a bunch of food. Like a bunch of people came over. Some people I've met, some family I haven't quite met yet. And then I've had a lot of champagne the last few days. There's been a lot of champagne. Because brunch we had champagne. Charlie had quite a bit of champagne. And then we went to a Thanksgiving dinner. So the background of that, the owner of the house is, okay, Charlie and like her family are part of this, like a dance workout class, which I've done once. And the only reason I won't do it again is because I'm not a regular. Because, you know, have you seen those videos of people doing like dance workouts? Everyone knows the dance. Yeah, I'm the person who doesn't know the dance because I've never been here. And for for the first half of it, I did okay. I was able to follow along, and then I started losing it. I was like, right. And I also was sweating a lot. I was like, you know, I'm out of shape, so I was like, I'm sweating so much right now. I'm sure you'd do fine. You would do fine in it, probably. You'd probably catch on. Because I've seen actual dance classes when they choreograph a thing and you only get one chance to see what the fuck they did, and then you do it. I feel like you would catch on. I am not a dancer. I'm not a trained dancer. I could catch on for a while, but yeah. Anyways, I guess they do this Thanksgiving thing every year, and they put like this big table where everyone sits on top of where their pool is supposed to be, and they have a cover over the pool, like a hard cover, and you can see through it. And it freaks me out a little bit. I've just seen too many Final Destinations, and, you know, my brain is not in the right place for this type of stuff.
Listen, those movies ruin, like, any, like, you know, any kind of, like, minor thrilling experience.
Yeah, any minor thrilling experience. I'm completely traumatized from them. So... So you could see, Charlie's like, look down. I was like, no, I don't want to look down. What is it? Why are we over the pool? I eventually, like, just threw it out of my brain so that I wouldn't think about it. But they're like,
adjusted.
But they're like rich. The house is the richest house I've been in as a guest. Not as like a video person doing like studio work or something.
Yeah.
There's an Aston Martin parked in the front. Everyone was super nice. It was cool. I had a good time. More champagne for Charlie. I had some scotch there because they offered some scotch, and I was like, all right, But
Cool.
yeah, and
Okay.
it was a good
Good.
time. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was pretty quiet. I just spent it with my mom and my brother. It was literally just the three of us. I made some candied yams,
Oh, you made the
and
yams?
I made the
Can I get to the
yams.
yams? Can I get to the yams?
Yeah, I made some yams because like that's not a staple in my house. We
Yeah,
didn't grow up with, and we didn't grow up with traditional Thanksgiving foods. So I was like, I need to bring in some yams to the house.
I.
And I also made green bean casserole.
Oh, you did. Oh, you said it. You said it right this time.
Bitch, I was this close to fucking it up just now, I'm not gonna lie.
I still need to cut that
You,
clip
you heard me,
from
the
the.
hesitation.
You said it so slow. You're like
Like
green
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 bean
casserole.
casserole. So I made it, right? Because one, I've never had it before. Two, like I just wanted, I wanted to bring in the side dishes. My mom
Yeah,
had made the pernil. She made like the rice. She had pasteles. What else? She, mom is so funny. So she couldn't get a turkey, right? And she couldn't get lasagna noodles for the lasagna because everyone was just like
yeah.
just robbing the stores Thanksgiving Day. So she made spaghetti and turkey meatballs.
Oh, nice. Hey,
Talk
she
about
improvised.
improvisation.
You gotta
Yeah,
improvise.
she did that. I mean, but they would. I'm sorry, mommy, but they were okay. My mother,
Ah,
my mother watches her blood pressure, so she barely cooks with salt anymore.
mm.
So my brother always has to come in and like taste test things. And also, my brother is not the best judge of food either. So it's just like it was alright.
Well, the thing
It was
is,
very alright.
meatballs actually need just you need a little fat in that. So turkey's a little lean.
It be dry. The turkey meatballs be dry, But my mom, she does whatever she wants.
It's all good. It
So
happens. Oh, also,
yeah,
like going to this house, I love that it's like Cuban because there is rice and beans. They had like food out before the main dinner, and I was like looking into them. I was like, oh, I got rice and beans here. Okay, I got rice and beans. I opened another one. I'm like, oh, maduros. I'm like, I got that.
fuck yeah. Oh hell yeah! Damn, I was missing some maduros too. I wasn't any of that.
Yeah, they
It was
had a
fine
whole
though.
thing
The,
of it. I
the
was
food
like,
was good.
ooh, all right.
The
I was
food, the food
like,
was
I was
good. My
fucking
mom,
with it.
my mom didn't care for the yams.
Aw,
My mom didn't care for the green bean casserole.
aw,
My
dang.
brother didn't care about my brother didn't care about the marshmallows on the yams.
Mm.
He said, "I'll take the yams, not the marshmallows." I was like, "That's the best part." I was like, "Are you kidding me, bro?" But okay, do you? I was the only one who enjoyed like an entire plate of food. I was like dogging it, pop, pop, pop. I could only take one plate, unfortunately. And then my mom had coquito on deck, thankfully.
Ooh, Coquito, nice. You know what I just saw
Yeah,
recently?
coquito.
What was I watching? Someone put Coquito in their coffee as the creamer, and I was like,
I
look,
saw that. I seen that.
I was like, oh, why have I never thought of that?
I
Well,
seen that.
granted, I know
Hmm.
Coquito's not like a common thing in my household, so I didn't even have Coquito until like I was in my 20s. But
Yeah.
I was like, that's a good idea. That's like another take on like an Irish coffee. It's
Puerto Rican coffee.
The Puerto Rican coffee. That's what yeah, it's basically a Puerto Rican coffee. And
Puerto Rican coffee, yeah.
I was like, that's a good idea. Coquito?
Yeah,
That'd be good.
I definitely think that. If I was like more of a coffee drinker, I would definitely do that if I had coquito laying around.
Put it in your hot
Um,
chocolate.
do I drink hot chocolate like that?
No,
I
I mean,
don't, unless
yeah, but it's not like you have to drink it all the time. But if it's like a once in a while thing, it'd be kind of nice. Like, oh, you grab
hey,
it and
if,
put it
if I
in.
have both things on deck, I will definitely
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like it has to be your everyday
yeah,
drink. It's not like I drink an Irish coffee
yeah.
all the. I have it once in a blue moon. It's not very often, but it's an idea.
Yeah, it hits. It would definitely hit. But yeah, other than that, it was fine. I brought home all the leftovers. I brought some yams here too. Travis like brought over some food from his Thanksgiving, and it was yummy.
So you don't have to cook for days.
We had Thanksgiving part 2 yesterday. Oh yes, I don't have to cook for days.
That's how I feel about Thanksgiving. I don't have to cook for days.
That's what I love about it. You know, I don't have to cook until I leave for Italy. To be honest with you, like I'm really good for the next week. I'm not gonna lie. Thankful, blessed. But yeah. That was really it. It was nice and quiet. It was chill, but I ate a lot. That was my Thanksgiving. Let's get into our topic.
Okay, our topic. The part of the thing that I said that I did going to Doja Cat, and we've briefly.
I'm trying to.
Stop.
It's like a power. It's like a power. I feel powerful.
This is so funny. Okay. I thought you just know it. You know how to do it now. So we've briefly
whip it out every time I want.
We briefly talked about on a different episode of like how concerts are so expensive now, and I feel like I'm experiencing it even more. And I did go to Doja Cat on Tuesday for her Scarlet tour, and it was one of those things where, look, I know that Ticketmaster and other stuff, like, you can get cheap tickets the day of, but there's some artists who you can't get tickets for, like Kaytranada. When he gets sold out, he gets sold out. I can never I've tried for years, you know, and a few other artists I know that just get sold out pretty quickly, and I feel like now it's even worse because after COVID, everything's online now, and what I used to, including like Broadway and stuff too. And the problem was, especially when I was living like 3 blocks from Radio City Music Hall, like I used to walk there to get tickets at the box office.
Yeah.
So while everyone was doing the sales online and like waiting in queues and stuff, I would straight up just walk over there and buy tickets.
Service fees.
Yeah, well, I get it for people who don't live in the area. Totally get it. And you would think that I would need to wait for box office tickets, but I never did. It was like a short line most of the time because everyone would try online first and then try to do box tickets. But knowing that I lived there, I was like, I'm just going to walk over there when they're on sale at the box office. And so you don't get service fees. You don't get those convenience charges. You just pay for the ticket, and that's it. And nobody does that anymore because COVID and like you can't go to box office. So like I feel like everything's online now, and now there's pre-sales, which pre-sales used to be legit because when I used to do it, I would get cheaper tickets during pre-sale, and they would be, you know, and pre-sale would be limited to a certain number, obviously, and then, you know, and I used to do it for quite a few people. Because that's used to be where I got my tickets if I did it online. But now pre-sales seem fucked. Because I feel like some people have claimed that their pre-sale tickets were more expensive than like later on. Or like,
what?
Or like resellers already show up during pre-sale. And I feel like that's fucked up. You know, there's only so much security you can do online, and the resellers still get them, because if a resale ticket shows up during pre-sale, that's fucked up. And I've seen it happen. And I did the pre-sale for Doja Cat before, like, you know, her problematic shit came out, but I still had a good time. Just letting you know, it was a good show. But like, I found it later, the day of. I actually ended up selling my tickets and then buying tickets in a closer section for the same price, so it's not like I lost money. But after I had sold those other tickets, I should have waited. But I was too scared to wait because I've just had experience with other shows where I lost it. But Doja Cat, I should have known. There's still some tickets, and I should have waited because my ticket sold like a week before I had gotten here, and I was like, maybe I should just wait. But I'm too anxious. That's the problem. I have a lot of my anxiety. Just like I can't do it, but I should have, because I checked the day of, and tickets that were marked for like a certain price literally the other day were lower because now it's the day of, and I'm like, that's so totally fucked up though, that the ticket cost more before and now the day of. I'm like, it should just be that price. And then resellers can sell it for more if they need to. But like, That just seems so fucked up because they were seats that were available before, but they were definitely, and it wasn't like a small difference. It's like a $50 difference. So
Yeah.
I was like, I hate you, Ticketmaster. But the show turned out to be really good, so I was just like, whatever, fuck it at this point.
Okay. Awesome.
But I was just like, that shit is wild. And I kind of miss how concerts used to be in terms of trying to get tickets. Like, now that we're back from COVID, I would hope that at least some tickets are available box office, obviously, you know, or stuff like that. It was so much easier for me walking over to Radio City, or I know all the Bowery Presents, there was a specific box office in Manhattan that you could go to for any of the Bowery venues, and that was like Avant-Garde and like another place in Brooklyn and Terminal 5 and stuff like that. They did tickets for all of the venues, so I would go there for any of those venues. And that was that was pre-COVID, and when I first moved to New York and California too, there were places in Oakland I would just walk there if I could, like if it was the Fox Theater in Oakland or like the Greek Theater in Berkeley. But everything online is wild now, and now I'm too anxious. I know I should wait, but also my anxiety. I mean, I was seeing too, just like concert experiences. Like I have a couple of funny stories of like concerts. Doja Cat this past week was very fun. She actually put on like a pretty sick show, and Melissa, you would have loved all of the dancers because the choreography was so good. Like,
I'm obsessed with them on TikTok. Like, every single day, I'm like searching Doja Cat Scarlet tour every single day.
They were me and Charlie were like, her dancers were fucking great, and a lot of the dancing you could tell it's like very symbolic because some of her songs, if you actually listen to the lyrics, like, you know, she's calling people out. She's like, you know, what's that line? She's like, you guys didn't really care about the music, like that kind of shit.
Yeah, I didn't really care about the music.
That's the one where
attention.
Yeah, and then there was part, you know, and she used to be a dancer.
Me, but you don't really care about the music.
Yeah, that's the one. Because she was saying like all her old stuff is like that pop shit, and this is like whatever. And I get it. I mean, her song literally says like, I would rather be famous, you know. And she's like, I let that go to my head, but you know, whatever.
Like, whatever. Y'all gonna still ride the wave.
Look, I have to say, the thing is that Doja is a professional troll. I can tell that she gets people riled up on purpose to just. Awesome. And she did this merch commercial that plays like while we're waiting. And it just looks like it's filmed on like a phone, and like they put graphics in it that looks like it was made on word art, and she's like wearing it. She has a shirt. One of her merch was "I fucking hate Doja Cat," and this is how you know she's a fucking troll. And she's like wearing it in this commercial, and she's like, "This is my merch. Buy it, bitch." And it's just like, it was like some shitty like 90s commercial. It's so funny.
Did you see her? I think she posted either a story, was it? I'm not sure, but people were asking about the dress code for the concert, and she was like, "I want everybody." Yeah, people, because you know, like now it's like a freaking trend now to come to concerts like in a certain fit. You know, like since like Taylor Swift and Beyonce, like people just like come in a certain way.
It's depending on the artist, you should be able to figure out what a dress code. Doja, she wants you to be a fucking slut and doesn't give a fuck. You know?
But like, she was like, everyone's been asking me about the dress code. So I'm gonna let you guys know. And she just like, the tension was just like put up so much. She said, I want everybody to just come in a big ass fucking wedgie. I just want the wedgie up there, just up there. I die.
I'm telling you, people. She is a troll. There's a part she has like. So she has like the outfit she wore in Miami. They're like looser fitting pants, so they hang on her hips. But if you pull them up, they're like looser. She like goes to sit down and pulls up her pants, and then she's like laughing and she pulls it up all the way like Urkel, and she's like, I I was like,
she's so funny.
just
She's
fucking,
a freaking
she's a
troll.
fucking troll, dude. She's
She's a
here.
troll.
If you
I
get
love
mad at her and she gets you riled up, she's doing it on purpose. And I gotta say,
She's
marketing wise, she has done problematic things. I'm not completely put it. I'm just saying, majority of the things that she does, she's doing it on purpose because she knows you'll get riled up about it, but then she'll do some stuff, and then people will be on it so quick.
People are gonna talk about it, and like it's just no press is bad press kind of thing. That's the wave that she rides, you know.
Yeah.
And
So
I mean, like I respect it. Like I respect the way she does whatever she does. You know, she puts her music on the map, and she stays relevant.
yeah, and like so the show, the dance was really gay, and obviously she used to do a lot of dance too. So there's points where she's like, she's getting in and she hits it, and I'm like, I was like, all right, yeah, it was a good show.
She's a dancer.
Oh yeah, she's a dancer, and they had pyrotechnics too. But I felt like it wasn't overboard. Right. It was like at the right moments that they would have little fireworks go off and stuff. You know, we're not filling up the place with smoke and shit. You know, it was that at certain points that they did it, or like stuff will be on fire. The stage will be on fire on the outer edge. Oh yeah, the big spider came out. There's one where she has an eyeball come out, and it's funny. You can tell someone's in the eyeball suit, and they're just swaying around. That's all they're doing. So whoever decides, do they vote who gets to be the eyeball? They just have to go out and they just kind of sway around.
Who from crew? All right, you want to be eyeball? Okay,
you want to be eyeball?
Bring you in eyeball. Let's bring you in eyeball. Let's go. Get in the suit. Oh. Sorry.
What just happened?
I just was like scrolling, and then like an AI came up, you know, regular 2023 shit.
What happening here? You have your screen going crazy. You got AI over here. What the fuck? But like, yeah, it was honestly a good show. It was a great show. We had a really good time. But yeah, I mean, in terms of concerts, just like being in that subject, do you have like a favorite concert, or at least I'm terrible because like I can't pick favorite anything, so I'm more of like things that were really great, you know, and in my tops.
It's hard. It's so hard to do that.
Okay, so don't pick a favorite, but what's a show you can like think of right now that was just a good show for you? Like,
I know we were just talking about him in a bad light.
Oh no.
Day. But I'm sorry, Justin Timberlake fucking slayed me when I saw him. And this was like, I think this was now over 10 years ago, and I still think about this show. This was just after he came out with 2020. And I saw
I went to 2020 tour as well, so.
Did you? I saw him at the theater on 34th Street. What is it called? The Manhattan something.
Oh, I don't know.
that venue. That's.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. But man, I saw him there, and he killed it. Man, he really killed it. And what made it extra special was that one time he looked straight at me. I swear to you. I swear to you, because we weren't that far away from the stage, me and my friend. And I had my phone up, obviously. And he just like looked directly in my eyeballs. And I remember the moment, and I was like, wow, you're looking at me. You're looking at me. Me. I know it. But it was amazing. Like he killed it. And I think before then, I had never seen an artist like him, of his caliber, you know, of his like notoriety. Because I was like 21. I hadn't seen that many concerts by then. But it was sick. It was sick. Like, I still think about it to this day. But, I mean, there are a few others that I'm like,
we can ping pong back and forth.
Yeah, you can go. Now I have one right now. on dock.
Nice, on lock.
Very nice to talk.
I think one of my favorites. I did go to his 2020 show before, and then
Did you like it?
I had a good time. It was one of the ones where the stage moved. There was one show I went to, I think it was the Fox Theater in Oakland. Actually, there was one that was fun. I met one of my like good friends now. I actually just went to her wedding a few months back. The first time I met her, and it was me and my best friend from college. And we went to see Disclosure at the Greek Theater in Berkeley, which is like an outdoor venue. And it's like, it's a theater. So it's, it has like seats, but there's also like a pit area right by the stage. And we went to see Disclosure, and this is before Sam Smith had blown up. He had done the song Latch on their first album.
Right.
On their album Settle. And we're in the pit, and we're pretty close to the stage, and he comes out during Latch. And Disclosure was like my shit at the time. And then he comes out, and we're all drunk, and just, it was a good time. I've been to the Greek Theater a few times since then, but it was a fun night. It was a really good show because they were fun live, and just having Sam Smith come out doing Latch live was really great. And people were speculating it. We didn't know if he was actually coming, but there were some people like maybe Sam Smith will come, and people are just more speculating. We didn't know, and he just fucking comes out. We're drunk, and we're like, what the fuck?
So sick. Very cool. Damn. Let me see. Okay. So another concert that I went to that blew my mind was, I think I've spoken to you about this, but me and Annabelle took our moms to see Mark Anthony.
Oh.
At the Barclays Center. Lorrie, what I tell you, it's one of the most amazing, like to this day, it's one of the most amazing shows that I've ever been to. Like, I know Mark Anthony be coked up, but my man can perform. He performs like no other. Oh my God. And it was just kind of like a trip through memory lane because it was so nostalgic. He was singing the hits. Songs that I grew up with when I was a little girl. And then our moms just like were floored. It was like it was during Valentine's. So we got a gift for them for Valentine's Day, yeah. But it was fucking amazing. Like the man could sing his ass off, man. Like it was a sick show. And it was just him, just him and the band just going off.
Yeah.
Like there was nobody else, like nobody opened for him, and it was just amazing. Like, wow, one of the best shows I've ever been to, like thus far.
Damn. So I went to a show. Just a brief thing. Another show I went to at the Greek Theater was Childish Gambino and Erykah Badu. Really great show.
That's random as fuck.
It was during his what was his album? Because the Internet. Yeah, it was Because the Internet and Erykah Badu. Oh yeah, I love that album. I know all the songs. He also has a song called Oakland, and well, we were in Berkeley, I guess, but
remember we played it in the car on the way back to the Oakland.
Erykah Badu and Childish Gambino, and that was a really good show in the Greek Theater. I had a seat. I was in a seat at that time. It was like me and my cousin and one of my who was with me. One of my friends was with me. And it was a good time. We had a good time at that show. That was really fun. He was really good live, and Erykah Badu was great. Obviously,
can you imagine?
I mean, she's on time. She's not Lauryn Hill. What?
Damn, I've never personally witnessed a tardy Lauryn Hill, but I've heard stories.
I've heard a lot of stories. Erykah Badu was great. She was great at the show, and that was also at the Greek Theater, so it was a fun time. There was one show I had
together.
Childish Gambino went first, and then like he might have come out during one of her songs actually to like just be there. It's a vibe. For the vibes. And then There's a show, I don't know if you've ever listened to them. There's a an artist called the Bloody Beetroots, and it's like very intense, like EDM-ish rock music. I don't know how to describe the Bloody Beetroots, but I had so much fun at that show, and I was by myself because the songs, if you'll have to listen to them later, they're very intense. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of guitar. There's a lot of EDM noise. There's a lot of shit going on. And if you've ever been to an EDM show in general, I mean, you know, a lot of people are dancing and stuff, but there's parts where he's like playing his guitar. He wears this mask. It kind of looks like a Venom mask almost.
I see that, yeah.
And there's a specific song too that I remember. And when he went for it on the guitar, he jumps up and does like the guitar, and lights are going everywhere, and everyone's going crazy. And honestly, I was by myself, and I was having a good ass time. I was, you know, dancing in the crowd, jumping around, shit going on. And oh yeah, I do have like a video. This is him.
Yeah. Wow.
It's just going crazy.
Photo. I hope somebody got that photo. That's sick. That's sick.
It was a fun time.
Let me see. The next one that comes to mind is, so I went to Alessia Cara's concert.
Oh, I like her.
Yeah, I went to that like when she was just starting. So when Here came out, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That song that blew up, I was obsessed with that song. And like my current, like, he didn't know he was gonna be my man, but like around that time he was like trying to get me to be his girl. But he was like, you want to go to this Alessia Cara concert because he fucked with her too? And I was like, definitely, for sure. And she was like really small at the time, so it was at the Bowery. It was super intimate. But she had just came out with her EP. It was like a 4-song EP with Here on it too. So we went. She was amazing. She was great, and it was like everyone was vibing there. And then at the end of the concert, apparently JoJo was in the building. And I was like, JoJo was like up in the balcony.
Nice.
And we were like, holy shit, JoJo's here. And she was just like saying hi to everybody at the end of the concert. She was taking pictures with everybody. And like my friend, he was like, go take a picture with her, you know, because it's fucking JoJo. I'm very much like, I don't really like go for like the photo op with the celebrity and the artist and musician. Like I just don't do that, you know? But he was like very much like, do it, go for it. And and I had taken a picture with Alessia Cara outside, because on the line she had came out to say hi to everybody. She was taking pictures and like signing autographs and
she
stuff.
Seems very nice.
She was very nice. Like I don't know what her vibe is now, but like back then in like 2015, 2016, she was like super, super, very, very cool. But I kid you not, Lorrie, me and Alessia Cara look like cousins. Like we look like we could be. This is the picture.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you do look like you're related a little bit. Also, you look a little tanner there. So I think that's also
at the right moment. It was golden hour. It was golden hour. But then I also got a picture with JoJo, and that was
sick. Oh, she's tall.
I think she was wearing heels.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's taller than me, for sure.
I mean, we saw her in Moulin Rouge too, so that's funny. You kind of came full circle. That's kind of nice.
Full circle. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, that was pretty sick. I was there like, so I was like, fucking JoJo.
I mean,
but it was really cool. It was really cool that she was there supporting her, you know, from the very beginning.
JoJo seems like a girl's girl, you know? She seems to really go to these shows of like other artists. I mean, I saw a video of her and Tori Kelly singing together on the TikTok, and I was like, ah! I would die. Well, I've seen Tori Kelly twice.
Have you?
So I saw Tori Kelly a lot of years ago, because you know I used to watch YouTube a lot, and she's an OG YouTuber, you know, from our time.
I used to watch her on YouTube a lot.
So this is back when World of Dance was an event, guys, not just a show. That was a thing.
Yeah.
World of Dance was an event, and they used to hold it in the Bay Area and LA all the time. Definitely LA. Like LA did it every year. And so Tori Kelly performed, and you know this, that because she did Paper Hearts, and you know who was dancing next to her?
Yeah.
He was there. Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty sick. Pretty fucking sick.
And then I watched her do a tour. She was at the Great American Music Hall in San Francisco, and I again was by myself. I have a picture with her somewhere. I gotta find it. I have a picture with Tori Kelly because I did the meet and greet. She was super nice, very sweet.
Oh my god!
I also had I had such a mad crush on her back then too, because she was like one of my YouTube crushes for sure. And so I was like, oh god, she's taller than me, so you know there's that. And
a lot of people are, Lorrie.
Look, get out of here. So yeah, I've seen her twice, technically.
So fucking cool. I'm gonna just kind of like put all of these shows like in one slot because I've seen them so many times, but Paramore.
I was about to say Paramore for you. Well, Paramore,
I've seen them so many times.
I didn't know that you went to. So I went with Charlie, you know, in New Orleans, and I have to put that's probably one of my tops also because it was just we were in the front. Charlie also had that moment like you had where Haley looked at her and she was like ah! And
iconic.
We were in the front and I had a really great time because she sounded great. They performed the songs that I wanted them to perform. I mean, yeah, there's some oldies that they weren't going to perform because they're old as fuck. They're 20 years old at this point.
Yeah,
they can't.
Like
they bring out.
They also want to play other songs.
They have a new album.
One.
You know, they're going to perform newer songs. They did perform some older songs, though. They definitely did some songs off of Riot and stuff like that.
I think they always will. I think Haley and the rest of the guys, they have a particular bond with those songs. And we want to stay attached to what they were before. And it's the nostalgia really, that we like so much. But if we really love them, we'll grow with them. If we really love them, we'll listen to anything they put out, you know? And I was going to say that out of all of the shows that I've been to for Paramore, I think one of the best, if not the best, was when they headlined with Fall Out Boy at the Nikon Theater. Dude, it was freaking sick. Like
I never got to see Fall Out Boy before they really blew up too, and that was the only time I saw them. You know what? There's a lot of bands that I wish I had seen when I was really into them before they were like blew up, and not to be like a hipster about it, more because it was more affordable back then. Because they're always more affordable before they blow up. That's the only issue I really have with them blowing up. And
I'm gonna tell you now. This is why I think that I enjoy going to indie concerts. You see, like, if going to a Alessia Cara concert now would be an arm and a leg.
Oh, going to Tori Kelly now is probably going to be way different.
Would be an arm and a leg. Bad Bunny, I saw in Boston at like a venue for like a college.
Yeah, and his show was like hundreds of dollars, right?
I saw him like in I think it was either 2017, 2018. Or even 2019, like right before COVID. And like it was for the low. Now I try to see him now. Fuck out of here.
I saw SZA for her Control tour. I had bought the tickets before the album actually dropped because her pre-sale happened before the album dropped. And you know how much those tickets were? They were like $25 a pop.
Beautiful.
Well, the thing is, I feel like tickets also, even for big artists, started at like 35 or 40, you know? And that was even for big artists. But now shit starts at like 60, 75.
Insane.
They like start at 75 now.
Dude, I saw The Weeknd at Terminal 5 for the low.
actually watched The Weeknd because I worked at his show at the Oracle Arena. Weirdly enough, Miguel was also, so I saw Miguel and The Weeknd at this show. It's so random. But honestly, I got paid to see his show and Miguel, so that's better than being cheap. It was free and I got paid.
Yeah. The one that I went to at Terminal 5, I remember I was platinum blonde.
Oh.
Platinum blonde. Just picture me platinum blonde. It's
I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna make you look even lighter. Platinum blonde.
It did, man. It did. It was insane. My hair was like super straight. I remember it was like in braids, and I went with my friend Stephanie, who I've been to all the Paramore concerts with. And we went, and this was like before I even smoked anything at all. And when I tell you, in there it just smelled. It just reeked of marijuana. It was just everywhere, just all over the place. And people were there, and like they were trying to pass it to me. You know how many times people passed me a joint there? And I was like, no, I don't smoke. I don't smoke.
I don't smoke, man. Like,
no. But I was just in there, like, probably getting high too from like all of the fumes.
To try to
like I don't even remember seeing him. I just remember all the smoke. Was there a concert that like you didn't really fuck with? Or there an artist that you saw that was like, ugh, like I'm never doing this again? That kind of put you off.
You know, I probably have, but I've probably blocked it out of my memory at this point. If I don't like shit, I'm not gonna remember it, you know?
I was thinking about it, and there's one that stood out to me. I went to this I have something in my mind. You do? I went to this Pandora concert, and it was just like a whole bunch of, you know, artists, but there wasn't that many, I'm not gonna lie. But the Neighborhood went. Do you remember Neighborhood? Sweater Weather?
Yeah, I liked that song. Yeah.
So I was really pumped to see them because like that's when Sweater Weather was like the song.
Yeah.
The fucking year. So I was like, oh my God, this is great. I think this concert was free too. And they finally got on stage, and I was literally like on the stage. Like I was right there. And everyone was just like screaming, and the lead singer was like doing his thing, but he was ignoring the crowd.
Oh,
when I tell you, like it could have been just him and the band and nobody else. He was like in tech rehearsal. Like the crowd didn't even exist for him.
Yeah.
Like we were just like screaming for him or whatever. Like my guy at some point, he was just like staying to the end. Like literally, he was just kind of like singing to the amp. Like he was just kind of like this stage left, just like singing to the
weird. That's weird.
It was weird. It was weird to put me off. I was just kind of like, oh, dude, for real? Like
that
I was
sucks.
so excited to see y'all.
Yeah.
You know? It sucks.
I have like a million other shows though that I had a great time at, so I can't list all of them.
Yeah.
But I do have one wasn't great live. It's not like I hate it, but I just the one that I went. It was technically a festival, and it was the second time I saw SZA. It was this festival they did in Oakland, and I think they only did it one time. It was like on the pier, so you could actually see San Francisco from the water and stuff because we're like right on the water. And there was only one stage. Majid Jordan, do you know that group? It's a duo.
Yeah.
They're not perfect live.
Oh no.
I know. Like I'm just looking, but there's so many songs that I like from them because they have like that. It's like sexy time, chill music. Yeah, you know,
it's the lo-fi, you know, R&B.
Oh my God,
chill, sing-songy kind of shit.
Their voices weren't as great.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They're also kind of. Oh yeah, they probably. They also just, I don't know, were a little boring too. So
you don't want to do that.
You know, because some people just have stage presence, you know, and they did not. And yeah, it wasn't great. You know, have you been seeing these TikToks about Enrique Iglesias?
No? What TikToks about him?
I guess he like
Wait, what?
we went like on a tour and he sounds horrible. And then not only that,
You know what?
there's so many videos of him humping the floor. Like awkward, like too long. Not just like a 1-2 like dance move. He's just there humping the floor while singing, and all I could hear is Mickey Mouse. He sounds like Mickey Mouse. And then all the comments are,
I'm not surprised.
all the comments are though, you remember the Lizzie McGuire movie and how the main character Paolo actually can't sing and they turned his mic on? Everyone went, he's the real life Paolo. And so all the comments are like, sing it to me, Paolo.
Well, okay, I will say this about Enrique Iglesias. I adored him. I adored his music when I was growing up.
Oh yeah.
Like I loved his stuff. All his shit.
Same.
But I will say he has made his career because his father was Julio Iglesias.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that man.
Obvious.
That man can sing and that man can fucking carry a tune, and he was just kind of like, oh, my dad sings, let me sing too. And I can tell he's not great live. I can tell.
You have to please look it up on TikTok. I swear he sounds like Mickey Mouse. Oh my God, Pluto!
Oh my God, people are going to his shows. That's ridiculous.
Well, because people are going for nostalgia. There's a lot of nostalgia tours. You know, all these bands are going on tour.
You're right.
And he's partly part of that. And he's just humping the floor. It's it's so awkward.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see these.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to do this last 10 minutes to wrap it up. I had one more question. Is that do you have any either funny or bad stories at like a show? I have a couple funny ones, and not because of the artist. Maybe just some people you're with, or something happened in the crowd. Just
you go first, and then maybe it'll inspire me.
Okay,
but I don't have any right now.
This one. Do you know who Churches is? It's like an indie band. Lauren Mayberry is the frontman of the band. And so me and my friend Marissa like love them. We like girly pop music, like girly indie rock and girly pop music. We like the girly pop. We like bands like that. I love Churches. They have some catchy songs, and I've seen them live like twice. And Marissa has like this girl crush on Lauren Mayberry because she's just small and adorable. My friend is also. Oh, you've met Marissa. Okay. I was about to say you also met Marissa. She's also small and adorable.
Small and adorable. She likes her own type.
She likes her own type. She likes small and adorable, basically. And we were such big fans of them. I think this was after we graduated college. So me and a few of our friends went to a Churches show, and we all like ate edibles. And we're just so high. And we were also in the front. And Marissa was so high that she was just like, oh no, is she going to notice me? What happens if she sees me? Is she going to notice that I'm high? And our other friend, Jamie, was with us. And she's also high. We're all just stoned as fuck. And because when you could tell on Marissa's face too, we're listening to them. But you know how you think you're swaying? She's not. She's just like... But that's not the worst part, though. A couple of our friends went. Our friend John, our friend Kenny, and I think one other friend. The boys and the girls, right? And they got also way too stoned. And one of our friends does not handle weed all that well because he doesn't smoke as much as us. He has an edible. And there's a point where they're like, oh, we're going to go to the bathroom. And they just never came back. And it was just me, Jamie, and Marissa, like, enjoying the show. After the show, we're like, what happened to them? Right? I find out that our friend, he was so high, and he couldn't handle it. There was just a point where he threw up on himself.
Oh, pobrecito.
And, they had to leave, so our friend Kenny, goes with them to try to, help him, and then they had to go home. And he used to live with my ex-boyfriend, Kenny, and my friend John, and my ex-boyfriend, and another friend. 4 of them, they lived in this 4-bedroom apartment in Oakland. So we did go back to the house, and we just find him, and he's in a towel, and he's like, hi guys.
Oh no.
We're like, what happened? And I think
So
our
sad.
other friend was also too high. I was like, wow, all the boys got tapped. They tapped out.
Damn.
Just the girls at the show.
Damn, that's so sad. Shit, nothing like that has ever happened.
This one's
Yeah,
at
I
a
feel like
festival.
I don't recall any.
This one's at a festival. This also has to do with weed again. It seems to always hit us. This is technically a festival. It's called Hardly Strictly. It happens in San Francisco, and it's like a bluegrass festival and show.
Yeah.
And we didn't actually get tickets. We did what everyone in San Francisco does. We just go on the outer fences and look in, or we find a hill where we can see. And we just listen and have a good time. We went to this show, and we're walking around. We meet this guy who's like selling edibles. Fine, not new to us. And we're like, okay, how much? And we bought them to split with each other. We all essentially split, except for two of our friends who had full ones because they paid for their whole thing. Because I just like split with Marissa. They looked like Nilla wafers, and they looked exactly like a Nilla wafer, and they tasted not bad at all. Which to the point where like, did we get ripped off? Are these just Nilla wafers? But we go sit in my car, and we're driving, and there was a point where in my brain I was like, I'm really high.
No.
And like it was so quiet in my car, and then all of a sudden one of my friends goes, guys, I'm really high, and all of us went, oh my god. All of us were just so quiet, which isn't usual for us anyways. We should have known something was up. It just
Too quiet here. Something's up.
we went to like food trucks and got a bunch of fucking food. Just were so stoned.
That's the best.
And
That's the best.
look, guys, don't get mad at me. Yes, I was high driving, but I was so used to it that it's fine. We were supposed to go home though, which I know how to get to from San Francisco. It's an easy way. So I was like, whatever, we're just going home. But then one of our friends asked for me to drop them off at their house though after Hardly Strictly, and I've never been there. And so my anxiety came in because I was still high, and I was like looking at the map, and I was like, what the fuck? How the fuck do I get here? I had like a friend that said something, and I was like, shut the fuck up, Kenny. I'm trying to figure this out.
Right.
I was like freaking out looking at the map for like 15 minutes before we actually left. We did make it, and we did make it home.
No.
But I was like,
Okay.
if we had just gone straight home, I would have been fine. Easy peasy. I've done this drive a million times. I was like, looking at this map.
God. Sick.
Oh shit.
Sick.
Yeah, weed
That's
apparently has been the
funny.
times that have really hit us. But
You know
yeah.
what? There was one show that when I went to Nashville to see Tank and the Bangas, it was the Out Loud festival. So it was like this like LGBTQ festival over there in Nashville, which is like so odd. But it was like the first and the only music festival I ever been to. They were performing, and they were kind of like towards the end. And earlier that day, me and my friend Shanice, we took some shroomies.
Oh.
And like we didn't take too much, We like took like enough to say that we were microdosing. So we took those, right? Before the show, before we got there. And then there were some people that were selling some CBD Delta 9 gummies, which is, not weed. But
Yeah.
steps under it, And we were like, ooh, let's get them. So we got them, and like then we started feeling the shrooms, and then we started feeling the gummy a little later. And when I tell you, I was there, but I wasn't there, kind of thing. I was there,
nice.
but I also like wasn't there because I didn't really acknowledge the people around me. So Tank and the Bangas came out, and I was just like screaming and like singing and dancing my ass off. And I'm pretty sure I stepped on people's feet. I stepped on like people were sitting on the floor, so I probably stepped on somebody's like leg, or it was an experience.
Nice.
And I don't remember all of it, but the parts I do remember, amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I could probably talk forever about shows because I've been to so many.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this was just kind of a fun time thing, especially since I had just seen Doja Cat, so it was just like a fun little conversation. But
Love it.
yeah, I mean, that's kind of it for today. We gotta wrap it
Yeah.
up, but yeah, I mean, as per usual, find us on video and audio for Spotify and YouTube. We're on TikTok and Instagram. Here we are, my usual thing. Every episode, send us an email of anything.
Please.
Show us your Thanksgiving dinner. I don't know. Anything.
We'll be drinking, so I mean, like White Claw.
But yeah, that's it for today.
Slide in.
Bye.
See y'all next time.
Oh my god!
You see what I'm saying? It's weird. Like, what the fuck?